What's up, YouTube? For those of you who know, or if you watched my last video, I did a video on kind of like a macro counter dragon build with just a few techs and stuff. Um, I recently updated it, so I'm gonna have to make another video about it. But right now, I'm just gonna show you some of the combos that I like to use a lot and why I really like this deck and why I think it really will top if more and more people see this. So yeah, let me get into it. First, you have Silivori Calcos. What it does is it boosts your monsters by 500 attack, and if you control two of face-up attack position monsters, um, the monster with the lowest attack can't be targeted for an attack. And once per turn, this card can't be destroyed by card effects, and so it's really nice. Um, the only bad thing about it is that you can't summon from your extra deck. That's sometimes a problem. Like if you want to get Levier out in this deck, you can't really do it unless they activate another field spell, or they want to randomly waste two MSTs on a huge back row deck. But what's their choice is their choice. Um, but I'm just gonna go into some of the plays that I like to do. I like to keep a lot of monsters that have the same attack in this deck. So that way I can just lay two monsters down with the same attack and they can't attack either one of them. But the best one I like to do and the fastest way it happens is I'll activate Silivori Calcos and I'll normal summon a tour guide, and then if they don't Veiler the effect, which they probably won't because I'll have D.Fissure on the field or something like that, um, tour guide's effect will go through and it'll special summon another one. Um, right here, off the bat, you've just created a lock where they can't attack either one because they both have the lowest attack and they have the same amount of attack. So they can't go and attack either one of them. So it's really sweet, and I like to just sit there while they think of ways to get around it. Um, they can book one of the monsters, and that tends to suck, but this deck runs a lot of back row, and it has more than one lock, so it's really nice. And they hardly book it, so it's just it's whatever. Um, Second combo is you have a Vandalgan, if you can't see it, um, a Divine Wrath, and let's say like another Vandalgan or some other monster. Um, let's say you have these two in your hand. Um, you set Divine Wrath. They activate their monster's effect. You flip it, activate it, discard Vandalgan to the graveyard, and Vandalgan's effect is if a counter trap is activated that negates a monster's effect, you can special summon him and then special summon one monster in your graveyard. Um, that effect does suck sometimes if you don't have a monster in your graveyard because you run macro, but heck, it's a free special summon. And what are they going to do first turn when you flip this on a Raikou? But anyway, you discard this, and then his effect is when he special summons, you special summon another one. So you just got two free Vandalgans on the field for nothing, really. So it's not even really a cost. It's really nice, and I love it against just like stuff that doesn't play a lot of back row, and you just smash them with like two 2800 beaters. So it's really awesome. Um, yeah, so the third will be the Dimensional Fissure and Gravekeeper Servant, or you can just use macro, but same thing, basically. So you just activate Dimensional Fissure and Gravekeeper Servant. This creates a lock. They can't send cards from their deck to the graveyard because D-Fissure or macro's on the field and it banishes it. This card requires that you send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, but this won't allow it, so they can't declare an attack, which is another really sweet way to keep your opponent figuring out what he needs to do to get over it. And if they've already wasted their heavy storm, or you got a lot of back row that just negates stuff, they can't really get over it. Yeah, so it's really sweet. Can't tell me how many times I've just sat here with this, and they have a BLS on the field and they can't do squat. So it's really awesome. Second would be, if you activate a Macrocosmos, and next turn you activate an Allure of Darkness. It's basically you have a free pot of greed right there because you can't send all your cards to the graveyard if you have no dark monster to banish. So you just drew two free cards and you're set. It's really broken and it's really This is really nice. Won me games, you know. Uh, I would consider taking my word for it because it's really nice. So, yeah, that's a combo right there. Another combo is D.Dsurvivor and Cyber Valley. Um, let's say you already have him on the field and they can't get rid of him. You normal summon a Cyber Valley, and Cyber Valley's effect, you can banish 2 monsters you control to draw 2 cards. Obviously you'll get him back at the end phase, so that's a free draw too right there. Um, kind of a standard combo, but it's really nice, and you just plus, you get a monster back, and yeah, it's really good. Um, and this guy is just a really good plus too when they, if they try and like bottomless it, or what's that other one? The dimensional, that trap card that banishes them if they attack. Wow, I can't think today, but so they don't always want to do that unless they really want to keep that monster on the board, but he'll just come back, so it's really nice. And Levier for the final XYZ. You can just get back your Cyber Valley, and then you can just do that play over and over and fill your hand until you run out of materials. But it's really awesome. I love this deck, and I'm gonna be straight honest with you. Most of this I figured out by myself, and rulings on the internet, so I didn't really get the ideas from anyone else. Yeah, and if you have Shockmaster on the field while you have a whole bunch of back row that just negates spell and trap cards, and you go Shockmaster on monster effects, they're pretty much screwed because they can't activate nothing or anything. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Jake signing out. Feel free to test out the deck if you saw the past video. Out.